Hello everybody, welcome back to the final gameplay episode of the SERP. There's still one more after this, which will be a spiritual application. But we're going to defeat the boss today. And it's going to be a long, painful day. It's 2 in the morning for me. So, whenever I get done, I'll let you know what the time is. I'll edit out all my fails, don't worry. Until then, let's go ahead and pray. Dear Lord, thank you for today. Thank you for loving me, for taking care of me, for encouraging me, for keeping me safe and protecting me, Lord. Thank you for all that you do. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Alright, we're going to try with, this. If not, then all this needs to go, and I'm going to focus only on health and stints. So, yes. Let's do
it. Attention, payload secure.
No, what just yonder. Give this an honest go. Welcome to the first spirapp on my channel. Now, I'm sure some of you guys are questioning what a spirapp or spirp is. It stands for spiritual application, and it's something I learned from a summer camp that I went to whenever I was younger. During the camp, any activity that we did, we would relate to God and how we could spiritually applicate it, right? Well, that's what we're going to do for the rest of the stuff on my channel. It's something different, probably stands out from a couple, but it was a good skill that I learned, and it has kept me in my faith for it's very much been effective in my life. So I'm going to start by reading a passage in the book of James, specifically James 1, 2, and we're going to read a couple verses. My brethren, count it all joy when you fall into various trials, knowing that the testing of your faith produces patience. But let patience have its perfect work, that you may be perfect and complete, lacking nothing. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of God, who gives to all liberally and without reproach, and it will be given to him. But let him ask in faith, with no doubting, for he who doubts is like a wave of the sea, driven and tossed by the wind. For let not the man suppose that he will receive anything from the Lord. He is a double-minded man, unstable in all his ways. Now, we can go on and on about the game, I'm sure. And as you've seen in the playthrough, I didn't do much of the DLCs, and I'm probably not going to go through the second one on my channel. But that kind of depends on how you guys view the series. Let's start with James 1:2, and it starts with My brethren, count it all joy when you fall into various trials. Why would we be joyful whenever there are trials? Well, any gamer knows if you play Dark Souls, if you play any boss fight ever, there's some kind of reward afterwards. Whether you unlock gear, you beat him and get a hidden reward, whatever it is, uh, we know that playing games, we can easily relate that portion of it to uh, to being joyous whenever a trial comes, right? Any first boss, and the Surge especially, look at the first boss, right? If you watch my playthrough, I probably use that weapon, the PAX version 2, throughout the entire playthrough of this game. It felt more comfortable to me, it dealt heavy hits, I could block with it. It was a very well and versatile weapon, especially in the higher levels. You can't, well, one, you couldn't move to the further trials later until you beat the first one. That's general. But how do we apply that to our lives, right? Satan is going to come at us and give us so many trials and tribulations and temptations in our lives. There's no doubting that. And if you ask me if I'm perfect, I'm going to tell you straight to your face, I am not perfect at all. The fact that God gives us the ability and tells us through James to be joyous through those trials blows my mind. And it was a hard concept to grasp, especially as a new Christian. Now, let's go a little bit further. It says, knowing that the testing of your faith produces patience. Now, the whole reason I wanted to make a spirapp for this series was because of patience and perseverance. Why do those two things go hand in hand? Well, I'll tell you. If you're going to play a game with long boss fights, look at every boss except for the last one. The last one I learned his playstyle fairly easy. Every time you be patient, you can actually observe things, right? Which helps you grow in the knowledge of your enemy, and it helps you identify what it might do next, right? Every boss that you saw on my channel, I guarantee was 3 hours or more recording. And I cut it down bit by bit by bit because obviously no one wants to see a fail run over and over again. So I shaved it down to the successful ones. But you can still see many of the failures that happen. Each one I got closer and closer to beating it. Now, we can never truly beat Satan. Asatan has truly uh, enveloped and is way more powerful than we'll ever become. But we can withstand his fiery arrows with God's help. So, in patience, you grow wisdom. Through the trials, you grow patience. And those two things go hand in hand. Now, another way we can relate the Surge playthrough into uh, spiritual application of our lives is no, let's stick with the patience and perseverance. When we persevere, we grow not only spiritually but also physically. Many of the trials that we face will take an emotional toll on us. I'm no different, and if you ask any Christian, they'll tell you they've been through some really hectic stuff in their lives. It is important that we be patient for what God has in store for us. Many times in my life, I have jumped the gun or done something that I should have been patient, should have learned something. When we face a trial, as humans in general, whether you believe or don't believe, whatever it is, when we face a trial, in our life, there's a couple options that we can do. One, you can do nothing. Where does nothing lead you? Well, you didn't try, you never succeeded, so you never knew what was to come. Two, you can try and try again. Maybe you beat it eventually. Maybe you don't. But if you don't try, you won't know. There's several examples of that. Like, say there's two paths that in your life that you want to take. You'll never know that the path you didn't take. So say you go down one, right? You start by thinking that's the path, but later you find out that you want what the other path has. You would never know that if you just stayed still. You went, you tried, you did something else, you go and you change. Perfectly fine in life. The other option is you persevere. You stick through the hard time. There's some kind of reward that you find at the end of the trial or past the trial that you think is worth it. Any gamer can tell you that some of the hardest bosses that you fight for rewards or whatever it may be is worth the fight. And they're hard fights too. I mean, fighting the devil every day is not an easy task, and I rarely win. It's only because of Christ that I am as free spirited as I am now. So I'm going to say this with the last remaining minutes in this. Any of you who want to know more about God, any of you who want to know Christ or don't know Christ and you want to know Christ, send a message. I'll gladly talk to you about Christ any day. I'll be praying for you all, as I always do. And I sincerely hope that whatever you're facing in your life, you give it to God, you have patience, and you see what wonderful joys can come out of it. Truly hope that for all of you.
Creo's been dark for over 4 days now. Launches are continuing, but we've been unable to reach anyone inside the complex. I need you to take a team there, use drones and bots to do the exploratory work, but I want boots on the ground. I want a hardwire link established so we can view the feed as it happens. And get somebody up to low orbit. Our satellites there are picking up an unidentified particulate dispersal from the latest launch. It's inert so far, but it's completely different from their previous payloads. I want to know what it is.
Mr. Secretary, we're in position. Hardline established. We've sent in drone reconnaissance units as per procedure, but we lost contact with them shortly after insertion. Strike team is moving in now.
What the? Captain?
Did I not?
Captain! I want another team in there right now. See how they run. See how they run. This is breathe. This is our goal ticket. I'm gonna get my ass out of here.
Wasn't that Hobbs? Wait a minute. So it just, every voice, it just took it? Finish the game after corrupting the Tokyo Protocol. Okay. I guess that's the game then. Thank you guys for watching. That was fun. It was very fun. Some of the times I didn't like, it aggravated me that it just slowly walked to my right and I couldn't hit it. That bothered me a little bit, but ultimately, yeah. That was a good game. Thank you guys for watching this through my channel. I hope you enjoyed it. There will be one more episode on this where I do this third class game. But yeah, so in the last week I finished recordings for both Quick One and the Surge. So next series that's going to be on my channel is going to be a 100% playthrough of Monster Hunter Live. Now this video in itself might come out after that, but originally there should be a live stream for that, and I'm excited for that. We'll see. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Be safe, and I'll be here for you all.